One definitely did. I know that for much. And
Well, they were both 5-3 in the first one. That's
yeah. But I will say this: Elyria coming in here, folks. We got game one underway. They're on the blue side. They'll be the blue cars at least. Red on the header. LVS Griffins on the other side. The 6-2 team did win in our previous matchup, so maybe history suits Elyria Catholic here tonight and today. Alien Techno from the LVS Griffins out there on the field. A beautiful pink octane looking splendid on the pitch.
That is clean. I really do like that decal.
Yeah.
The 5-3 team did come back and make a heck of a series out of it there in our second series of the night, not to be redundant. So certainly don't judge these games just purely based on what their season record was, because that seeding, well, I mean, it could get flipped on its head real quick. It's playoffs. Anything can happen.
That's the beauty of it, including this touch and this save. Sly Knighton, massive stop there on the goal line. It's going to take more than just an acute angle to get these goals to go, apparently, for Elyria, or for LVS Griffins, Elyria Catholic. Oh, well, either way, they're trying to get this ball on the other side. Jose does have a touch here, and that is saved by their teammate. Interesting play from Milky.
Which is turning into Sly Knight with a good look at the back of the net. Defense does hold, fortunately, for Elyria. And the Panthers hanging on, now moving on to the attack. As Dunot gets beat across the top, but backup is there, and looks like Sly is able to get that ball past midfield. Ooh, good challenge. As Elyria keep that in the zone. What a touch out of, I believe that was Milky.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Oh my, well, okay. It is Emilio having to make a massive save on that front. Pass off the backboard.
Gorgeous.
There it is. Finally, Elyria able to link up.
And this is everybody getting involved. Pass over to Milky, comes off of that close, that near post, bounces right back out to Jose. There was no question from Elyria Catholic where that ball was going, what was happening on that play. They knew exactly what they wanted to do, and they hit it pixel perfect. Nice lead, great opening goal for the series.
I love to see that from teams where it's very intentional based, right?
Yes,
every decision is there and made to a T. It's not sort of all on your feet. Sporadic play is important in Rocket League. I think you need to make quick reactions, but yeah, that play spoke to the cohesion of Elyria Catholic, which they'll hope to sport as we continue. That's just individual mechanics, though, from Milky. Great carry to the other side. Does open up that chance, but the shot a little too high. Off to the other side, and Alien Techno has run away with it.
I thought that Elyria might be able to catch back up to that ball, but the Purple Pandas, Alien Techno, with that incredible decal, with that striking decal, is enough. Hey, you know what? It's that decal buff.
It really is. Hey, look good, feel good. And they're feeling
Absolutely.
quite well, yeah, with this tied up scoreline. I think it speaks a lot. And, you know, he's not the only player. We got Dunot out here in the Kansas City helmets, the antenna, and the Moist Esports decal. It may not look the best, but we know where the fandom relies.
You know what? You can't argue with it. That's a diehard fan. That's one where it doesn't matter if you win or lose. You know they are rooting for the Chiefs and for Moist. Ooh, what a double tap. As Milky gives the lead right back over to Elyria, seemingly out of nowhere. Jose gets just, look at that touch.
Oh my. Yeah, was that a hand your controller to your older brother situation, or what was that? That is our first double tap of the day, but I'll tell you what, Bullskunk, in Rocket League and esports, it's more like hand the controller to your little brother, because a lot of the time it is these younger, more profound players that are splashing onto the scene, making a cut. Oh, that cut isn't sliced the right way, though, from Jose. It's Dunot to find the goal.
I thought they had that save. Dunot gets credit for it. Oh, that was so close to being a save from Elyria. But alas, Dunot sticks with the play, gets a fortunate bounce off a defender, and we're all tied up.
And you know what? With the on your feet type reaction plays, I think, that are more so coming out from the LVS Griffins, because that was just a pile on that sorted out their way. When you compare that against Elyria Catholic, I've seen immaculate air dribbles across the field. We just saw that double tap from Milky. It's interesting to compare the two strategies to see which one will win over.
Can't help it, though, Elyria. It does have a little bit of a mechanical edge, particularly when we're talking about the aerial dribbles. Just seeing how well they were managing their boost through that was pretty darn impeccable. But LVS are a tenacious bunch, that we can tell. Good block there. Melio's going to get a shot at this. Can the save come through? No. Jose is the one who actually comes through with that touch. Let's take a look at this from the other direction. Oh, Jose with the quick turnaround. I thought Melio was going to get the shot, and I think Dunot was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's really hard to defend when you don't know who's coming at the ball, so you just got to position properly and get to the save. Unfortunately for the defense of the LVS Griffins, they were too far back in their net there, so no chance to deflect that shot. But they still have a chance in this game. About 30 seconds to go. LVS Griffins, they need an equalizer as we're still looking for our first overtime of the night.
Dunot with a moment to breathe. Jose's going to steal the boost away. Dunot has nothing to work with. Gets it stolen. Sly Knight able to catch it there at midfield. Patiently waiting. Wanting to drop it back down. That was an own touch. Alien Techno's going to keep it off of that post. Jose tries to punch it out of there. Succeeds as such. Milky and Elyria able to dodge a bullet there right in front of their own net. LVS Griffin might have one more chance at this thing. It's going to bounce up. It's going to go. It's blocked. Milky makes the save. Elyria win game one.
I just can't believe it. How, Elyria, how do you keep that out of your net? What an incredible read from this team. Elyria College. Big heads-up play at the end of the game. This is a team, Elyria Catholic, excuse me. This is a team that just has some very high highs and some pretty low lows. I've got to say, the double tap, the crazy save. I mean, this is like high-level Rocket League. But then you get to the like goal line scuffle where they're kind of hitting it in their own net. We started out with them saving their own teammates' shot.
Right.
A team that has baffled me quite a bit, yet still takes the win.
And clearly has tons of potential, right? So it makes it very exciting to watch. You know, you're hoping you get to see the gorgeous aerials and the beautiful double taps and those little feeds that we saw from Jose that to set up that centering ball from Milky to get one of those goals. Like those kind of plays were just, that's why you watch this game. Then you block your teammate shots. So. Hey, the potential there, that's what I want to focus on, though. I want to focus on that more so than the other.
As do I, and I feel like as the series progresses, especially now that we're in playoffs, we're gonna see more of that potential being met from these teams. You gotta remember as well, especially this is why I love watching playoffs too, is these teams week in, week out have played together. They understand the roles that they like to play, the plays that really make it for them, and the ones that break it. And so that, again, speaks to how we may see more of the potential out of these teams as we get right into game two, as we're all well in to game number two.
And that potential being realized, that's so exciting. And you can't help but feel that all that time put in throughout the regular season has culminated to this, has led up to this playoff opportunity, and these players, these students learning about each other and building that synergy. This is what they're playing for. It's all about playoffs. Oh, look at this move from Milio over the top. What's the double tap? And they'll find it. Goal number one going to Elyria Catholic, game two.
Wow. Milio.
Wow, indeed.
Having none of it from the other team. You take that ball to high elevations, and well, unless players got the boost, the power, and the wherewithal to get to it, then it is a straight shot towards the net. Well done. And Elyria Catholic, with every solo play endeavor, are testing everything of the defense from the Griffins.
And that's what we're seeing, those high highs. We're seeing that insane mechanics. Nice Elyria squad looking for a follow-up here. What a read from Carrito. That was a good play. Two attackers coming right at him, and somehow Carrito was able to get that ball out of there and deny any kind of follow-up on that shot. Another good defensive touch. This one sending the ball screaming right at the blue net.
Those kind of saves, very important to showcase to your opponent that, yeah, no, you do have the chance to make these saves. And now downfield, Alien Techno picks that up. I thought it could have been in. Emilio the Gamer, we've seen the speed on the offense. We saw it on the defense. We'll see it right back on the other side. Emilio, great read.
Oh my, that was disgusting. Holy cow. All right, that's my new goal of the day. Jose from downtown drops it off of Milky, halfway down, still in the air, who puts it off the backboard to Emilio to slam that thing home. That was incredible.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, and how many hours of this game does it take to practice and to get the perfect car control and to read each and every touch? I mean, this is a showcase of true expertise in the game right now that we're witnessing. Elyria Catholic, how do you take this team down? They're still firing away here. Carrito in good position to get that save, but you got to be thinking there's still more coming from this team.
I mean, hats off to Carrito for doing whatever they can and putting up as big of a defensive hold. LVS in general, as we see Sly Knight come through with another save there, but this Elyria offense is just incredible. It's just unreal. Absolutely explosive, and it's the culmination we're talking about. It's not just those mechanics, and you're talking about the thousands of hours that goes in to get those mechanics just right, and then you put on top of that what we were talking about earlier, and these students building the synergy between each other and growing as a team and as a squad to get that where all three players are getting a touch on the ball that never hit the ground. I mean, that is what they're working towards. That is what it looks like. Incredible stuff. 3-0 here at Elyria Catholic as we cross the halfway mark of game 2. And this has been one-way traffic here in this one so far.
It has indeed. I love what you mentioned about these players just trying to realize the best that Rocket League performers can get to. We just had the RLCS Winter Major just wrap up last weekend in San Diego, and tons of players, aspiring players, are looking at those games saying, hey, come on, I can do that too. I'm holding the controller. I'm competing in my high school league. I can get there as well, and it's competitions like this that showcase their ability. Oh my goodness, 2 taps off the backboard there. Follow-up from Milky is there on the save. Another potential banger coming from Elyria, but Griffins, man, they're still steadfast.
I mean, you got to give it to the Purple Pandas. This game would be 9-0 right now if this defense was in any less of a team. But with Emilio doing things like that, it's almost impossible to completely keep this Elyria squad from scoring some goals. I mean, just what are we seeing on the screen right now, friends? That was nuts.
What are we seeing? I'm in agreement. That was a triple tap. Come on.
Yeah.
Really? Like, what? That's not fair. Jose? Yes! At the crossbar and in. 5 goals, Elyria Catholic. They just won't let up.
Not at all. And this one looks, relatively run-of-the-mill compared to the triple tap we just saw from Emilio to get that hat trick. Hey, it doesn't matter if they're fancy or if they're just straightforward. Elyria is able to do them all.
Indeed, indeed. Score does look a bit bleak now for the LVS Griffins. They're looking at pretty much just trying to still decipher what it's going to take to defeat Elyria. They've got a final minute in this game to start to put together that antidote. What is the solution against this squad? Yes, they've made some fantastic stops, but I mean, even if they kept this team at 1 goal, 2 goals, heck, maybe even 3 is the purpose and the objective now as a 6th comes in. They can't do anything without some goals of their own.
I mean, and game 1 was super close. Game 1 was a 1-goal difference, 3-2 victory for EC High School, ECHS. And then, I mean, in shots, it was 8-7 in shots in favor of Elyria Catholic, but still only 1 shot separating these 2 squads. A lot of equal possession, a lot of equal opportunity, but that has not been the case here. This is Elyria Catholic have put it into 6th gear and completely outclassed their opponents here in game 2. Now it's just a matter of, do they keep this going? Are we going to see our first sweep of the day?
Oh, yeah, we might. Especially with this
Jose now has a hat trick.
one going in. Yeah, Jose. popping off here, and just about everybody from Elyria Catholic is. I mean, I mentioned the Winter Major. I'm reminiscent of the Falcons Gen G match where Falcons were down 0-2 in the series, came back with a 7-1 win. And started bringing it back. Some of these games, and we're going to see it 7-1 here, where Alien Techno gets their first goal of the game, are just kind of flukes in the series. It doesn't feel like that, given what Elyria Catholic have shown us. But Griffins, if that defense starts to become even better, we could see these games becoming more of what Game 1 was like, rather than this one.
Well, I mean, and we don't have to look far back to show us a history of, you know, a blowout doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to go on to win the series. I mean, just in our last series, IAC wins game 2 in a 6-1 fashion, very close to the 7-1 scoreline we're looking at now, yet they would go on to lose the series. So, I mean, it's part of the beauty of where we're at. I mean, it's part of being in postseason and being under this crunch time either you get ground to dust or you turn into a diamond. And you have to just get put to the test and put the pressure on and see what results we get. But I mean, as one-sided and just much of a stomp as Game 2 was, I'm not in a position where I'm throwing all my stocks on Elyria just yet.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. This is Rocket League, and that means that we will get anything and everything in the next game. Game 3 is going to be very much a clean slate, as it's back to 0-0 with 5 minutes on the clock. Like, that's just how this game works. It does feel deflating, of course, for LVS Griffins to have to go through a game like that. Not only was it 7-1, Melio the Gamer with over 1,000 points on their score in that game. We haven't seen anything close to that yet tonight. So how do you even put the lid on a player like that who's breaking loose in every manner that they can? You're just going to have to find a way. That's how it is here in playoffs. 2-0 is the series lead from Elyria Catholic as we get into game number 3.
I mean, I certainly don't have the answer for you. I don't know what to tell you to do to try to stop Melio.
Yeah. Is there an answer even?
Is there? There you go. Valid.
Yeah. I mean, I think it starts on the backboard, if I got to be honest, because how many double taps, triple taps, all of this that we started, and really Melio can just set that up because nobody's contesting there. It may take a more higher elevated defense from LVS Griffins. Of course, that won't solve everything, but maybe it'll at least get them on track.
I mean, it does add a tough wrinkle to defensive rotation if you're starting to try to put somebody on the backboard. I mean, which is, of course, what we commonly see in higher level play, because it's such a powerful tool to work with offensively. That it became the meta to where you just have somebody stationed up there at all times. Don't know if LVS have that in their pocket, if they have that scrimmed, if they have that rehearsed. But you know what? If you can just keep the ball away and score goals of your own, maybe you don't have to worry about it so much.
I think Elyria Catholic got very comfortable on offense there. They were pulling off redirect passes off the backboard and trying to show off what they could. And, well, all of a sudden, it's a cross-court clear met by an incredible shot, actually, from Sly Knight. And that placement was beautiful. So Griffins say, hey, maybe you guys are kind of playing with your food a little bit, but we're still here, napkin on our lap, silverware set and ready to go, and a 1-goal lead in their favor.
Nod to Alien Techno, who got the touch, that got that ball out of there and behind the defense of Elyria Catholic. Shot here off the near post. There's going to be a follow-up. Oh, no. Jose just pushes it out. Was looking for Melio, who back passes to Milky, but Alien Techno, once again with a great touch, is threatening towards the goal. He gets credited for a shot. Sly's going to get another look here. Sly's going to get another goal here.
Okay, and now it's time to stop Sly Knight, and if you can. Melio the Gamer was not given the time they thought they had on that clear, on that save, was under the ball and never surfaced to the occasion. Sly Knighton, what a meteor strike that was for the second goal.
And once again, set up by Alien Techno. It's Alien Techno who's making the moves to push this ball past the defense. And what a turnaround. I mean, we didn't see 2 goals for the entirety of Game 2 out of the Griffins. In here, in the first 2 minutes, they've got a 2-0 lead, threatening 3, if not for a good move from Melio to Gamer there.
This is exactly what we talked about. These games, It can go either way. Emilio, oh my, a lot of time given on this ball. None of the 3 defenders calling the play until that point towards the backboard. 2 are double committing. And it's allowing Elyria Catholic to get a lot of space on this play.
Yeah.
They'll crash on it, and it was a matter of time.
Yeah, you can feel that one developing. LVS looking a little nervous. I mean, Sly, props to you for even getting a piece of that ball, but unfortunately, you had the entirety of Elyria Catholic there to follow up on that rebound. LVS, don't be timid. You're able to get some good work done. Your defense has definitely got some strong points. Do not be afraid to go attack.
And it feels like the more time they get in attack mode, the more opportunities they are giving away to Elyria Catholic, because each possession is so threatening from this team. You keep those possessions away, well, you might just survive this second half of game number 3, which is where we find ourselves. Milky, good save towards their back line to still try and make this comeback a reality.
I think that ball might have gone if Milky hadn't pushed it on the outside. Instead, the ball finds its way into the Panther net. And LVS and with a 3-1 lead here off of this bounce shot from Alien Techno. Look at that. We were talking about rhythm all day. Look at that rhythm. Bounce it down, goes under one defender, and then perfectly up to go over the other as they're falling. Caught the rhythm just spot on. There was a lot of rock band there, I think, in their past.
Oh my gosh, don't get me started on Rock Band here. I'm a Guitar Hero and Rock Band enthusiast. I will not stop, so I won't get started. What has me stopped almost in my tracks right now is how the Griffins have managed these 3 goals, because it's been Slide Knight and Alien Techno with 100% goal participation, whether it's an assist or a pass or a shot between the 2 of them. Do not, their third, has 6 points on the scoreboard. That is equivalent to 3 touches on the ball. I have never seen 2 players pull that much weight in a 3v3.
Hey, it's 8 points now, okay? 8 points.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
To be fair, I mean, Do Not and Corrido have been alternating back and forth between these matches, so, you know, maybe Do Not just kind of hands got a little cold there while they were sitting waiting for game 3 to start. Elyria coming back into this one, though, as the lead has once again been cut down just a little bit more.
Just a bit more, and with one more chop, this tree could get fallen. That's been growing nicely. And well, for LVS Griffins, I've even been checking out the ping here, and Do Not's ping on the server is looking very interesting. So that could be playing a factor as well as we continue here in this game. Okay, it's going to take 2 there from the Griffins to find a clear on this ball. Alien Techno, very patient on that defensive approach, but now Emilio has been given the position again, and a big stop from Do Not. Well, when you call them to the occasion, they're there.
Oh, that was huge. What a play. I mean, if you made one play all game and it's that play, Do Not, fine. All right, I'm happy with it. You are pulling your weight. That was Emilio going up for a signature double tap, had another player below, and somehow you fend them both off. All right, applause to you. 20 seconds to go. LVS Griffins, moments away, seconds away from getting their first win in this series. Alien Techno with a good challenge to rob Emilio out of the sky.
Oh, God, we're down to single digits now, and they just overcommitted on that last play. They're trying to trickle down something here in the final seconds. Big pass there. It's on target, and Slide Knighton. I can't believe that read on the save. They're not out of the woods yet until that ball hits the ground. Riddle me that. How is Slide Knighton there to bat that ball away?
Oh, my. That was nuts. There's no reacting to that. That was, you had to be in the perfect spot, facing the perfect direction before that ball was shot. Otherwise, there's no chance. Otherwise, that ball is going right back to another attacker, and it's going to end up in the back of your goal anyway, or the initial shot is just going to go in. That was an absolute laser. I don't know how they got a mirror up to deflect that the other way. Unreal. What a win. What a win.
What a win, right? Yeah, because you got to have a crystal ball for that save, right? But even just the game, you've got to push a tidal wave in terms of changing the momentum for the Griffins to win this and, yeah, turn this series on its head. So we said it enough times here, Bullskunk, about how Rocket League can change the tempo immediately after one game. And we've done exactly that here, folks. Game number 4, as LVS Griffins, they've got a game win to work with.
I mean, these teams like dropping the beat on us. They like showing us one thing, and then boom, you know, we think this is all going to be this song and dance. And it's like, no, we got a completely different style prepared for you. And wow, what a song from the Griffins. We've got a game. We will not see a single sweep today, despite how dominant Elyria Catholic were looking at games 1 and 2. They falter in game 3, and we have got a series.
And I'm thinking again about how that last game started. Elyria Catholic off a big win. We're just throwing everybody at the ball. And all it took were the Griffins getting a quick counterattack to score the ball. I don't think Elyria Catholic are ready to give into a play like that again. I think they're smarter. I think they respect the Griffins more. And they're going to have to do better than just quick transitions to score and be a little quicker on the goal line, as well as Jose walks away with this one.
Oh, it's just an unfortunate touch. Sly wanted that ball to get a little further out of there. I think was trying to get a pass over to Alien Techno. Or maybe it was just a desperation touch of knowing I've got to just get in front of the ball any way I can. Either way, the result is an easy rebound follow-up. Alien Techno, though, keeping this defense honest, is going to put one early off the kickoff. It does get saved, and Elyria right back into the orange half they go.
Back at it indeed, and okay, we are right back against the Griffins. Sly Knighton's clear, just met immediately by Jose, the bump following. I mean, the offensive rotations, they're very strong for Elyria Catholic, and when they're reading defensive clears like that, it puts Griffins in a corner.
I mean, and when you get that timing down, where we see the pass cross in front of the open net just as Jose gets there, to where as the ball's crossing the threshold of near post, it's like kissing the tires of it was either Jose or Emilio. I think I'm getting it backwards. Now I'm second guessing myself. My point is, there's such a hive mind here from Elyria Catholic that they all seem to know exactly where the others are going to be. This play, no different. Look at that second touch from Emilio. Ridiculous.
That's unfair. Yeah, that's unfair to me. I mean, what are you supposed to do defensively at that point? Because either you assume the double tap is going to happen, which in that case, you're having to play at such a high level, or you defend the play that's supposed to happen, and then you're left starstruck and your head's on a swivel and you just can't keep up. So LVS Griffins having to work again against an Elyria Catholic that's just firing on all cylinders. There's no way to get around this team right now.
I don't know. Maybe Elyria Catholic just decided to take a nap in Game 3. I'm not exactly sure. I know Alien Techno was a instrumental part of the goal scoring for LVS Griffins in that Game 3 win that they were able to put up. So that's where my eyes are drawn to now. Can Alien Techno find a way to puncture holes into this defense as we saw in Game 3?
Alien Techno, Sly Knighton, 2 players even that were so part of that Sly Knighton, namely that last save. And oh my goodness. Okay, we'll see Sly Knighton do that again. But is it enough? You know, can they transition those big defensive stops into chances for themselves? Emilio, a wild pinch from the corner that they hope will translate to a pass on the infield. Milky not given the time, might not matter. Shot goes wide instead, and Milky, this is going to be devastating for the crossbar. Alien Techno, a lot of boost on this counter. Pass one defender, ball across the width of the field, and Emilio just going to stop the ball right in its tracks somehow, in perfect position to catch that ball.
Good challenge at midfield there from LVS. Trying to play a little mind games there from Elyria. This time it does actually work. Ooh, ball doesn't quite get through that opening, and Sly Knighton is going to send it back down. Looks like an empty net, but Emilio will come across out of the corner to make that save. Punches it past all the way into the orange wall. Centering pass from Milky, blocked. So that one spikes up towards the ceiling.
Spikes on up, comes its way back on down here. Emilio does keep the possession rolling. Good touch there. And yeah, honestly, what Elyria Catholic are doing now is just keeping the possession. Nice flick there past another defender. They keep the ball in the hands of LVS Griffins. And well, they're just going to have no chance to come back in this game. Milky splits the defense for the goal.
Yeah, and Corrido's just turned the wrong direction. Is a little timid to go challenge onto Emilio, and that was it. That's all she wrote, or Milky rather. Just gonna go in and dance around too. Elyria Catholic catching flat-footed LVS Griffin sleeping.
That's how it's been here.
I can't help but wonder if the sub is maybe part of that.
Yeah.
We see Corrido back into this. We saw that really high ping kind of spiking out. Maybe even has connection issues from Do Not. But I mean, Do Not had that game-winning save at the end of that third game.
Right.
And I can't help but wonder if that's hurting the Griffins right now.
It can help to have a deep roster in some occasions, because just when a team kind of figures you out, you switch up the roster, and then it's like you're back to the drawing board. Potentially for Elyria as they change up this roster, but realistically, that's not the case. They won with that combination of Do Not, and they switched the roster in that position. So I'm not sure if that helps on their situation, especially when you look at the score line. 4-0 is the win for Elyria Catholic against an LVS Griffins that, again, switching up this roster. That time around, it does not work.
Yeah, I definitely think it's most likely a connection issue thing. We saw Do Not was the one to originally start, and the pings have looked a little inconsistent. So, unfortunate if tech issues can get in the way like that. But I will say, I mean, that was the first game that the Griffins had been completely shut out. Griffins had managed to score in the previous games, even the 7-1 blowout of Game 2. Griffins still managed to put one in the back of the net. Game 4, man, they struggled to get anything going offensively.
Yeah, they did. And listen, that's going to have to be something that is figured out here, because it's time for match point. Elyria Catholic, one win away from taking themselves to the next round in HSEL Central Division. It's now or never for this squad to bring it on back. Can the Griffins give themselves an opportunity? They've got Do Not back in the rotation here, Bull Skunk.
And the very scrappy Purple Pandas find themselves in a big hole against a highly mechanical Panthers squad here. The Griffins are in the blue half here to start things off early, trying to find some room to work, but Emilio with a great aerial challenge quickly gets this ball into the orange third. Jose puts a shot on near post. Do Not's able to get that block. Sly Knighton back behind the defense, and LVS strike first.
All right, this is how they won their first game. Quick counter, and Sly Knighton having that being very much a part of the mix-up there. And this could be the way it rolls right around back for him here, Bull.
I mean, it's having Do Not in that third player role. Comes up with an important save there. I mean, not the most impressive save I've ever seen in my life. It's still an important save. Well met, and it kept Elyria Catholic to a goose egg early here in this very important Game 5 as LVS Griffin staring down the barrel of match point. Good steal from Jose here in front of the net, though. Nice touch. Keeps it out of the hands of Milky. And, Pyro, you're going to have to take over.
All right. Alien Techno. They've got something working on that end. Folks, if you can see the broadcast, I'll keep you guys up to date because I'm in the game. I can see everything. I will say this, Bull, the score's still 1-0. We had Elyria Catholic on a really strong possession, and, if you could take any guess at who just hit a crazy double tap, Bull Skunk, would you have any sort of guess here?
considering Emilio has 7 goals already on the day, that
Yep.
would be my bet. That would be my bet.
Yep. See, you don't even need the game here. You don't even need the game, folks. You can call it. You don't even need to know it was indeed Emilio with a double tap goal. You got to love this radio broadcast feel here. So it is a tied up game now, 1-1 with 3.5 minutes remaining. And I'll just get your thoughts on this, Bull Skunk. I mean, if you got Emilio kind of heating up here, is there any hope for the team of LVS Griffins to get back?
I mean, I never want to say there's no hope. That is just so desolate. It sounds so apocalyptic. But it's dwindling. The Griffins' hope is definitely dwindling. And it's just a matter of Emilio's mechanics, I think, are going to require a certain level of defense that the Griffin squad just hasn't practiced yet. Like, we're not seeing them go up and protect the walls like we might see in some higher level, CLR stream or CRL streams or something of that nature. And I think that's what you're going to have to do to stop Emilio, especially if they're going to start working out of the air and getting back into playing these double taps. I mean, unless you can protect the backboard, this one's done.
Yeah, we'll see if that defense does keep up, folks. We're thinking of getting this match right back on your screens very soon, finding a workaround right now for you. Since then, a minute has gone by, and it's actually still a tied game, but 2 goals have been scored. It's another from Emilio, but that was an answer to Alien Techno's follow-up goal. So punch for punch here, Elyria and the LVS Griffins sort of figuring each other out. And now you can see, folks, I wasn't lying. The score truly is 2-2. And we've got a ball game right back on the board, especially for you, Bull Skunk.
Oh, I'm so happy.
It's good to see Car Soccer back on the screen here. And we're here right in the second half of the game. Alien Techno still trying to work their wonders for the ball game, but that pass not connected with another Griffin.
And now trying to work their way back. Good rotation here, and a touch from Sly. Pushes it back into the blue half. Has Alien Techno moving in from the middle. But Elyria Catholic are able to push it just all the way across to where Milky can move it back down into the orange half. Jose up along the wall, pass to Milky. Milky lets it go, just gets too far away. Big booming clear. Sly's going to meet it. Pushes it to the outside. Had an opportunity to go towards the net and opted to work into the corner instead. And a demo goes against LVS Griffin, and suddenly they find themselves in a desperate spot. This ball right on the line. How does Alien Techno keep that out of the goal?
How'd the ball not go in the goal? Come on now. It had over 50% of it shaded in, and maybe that was the look as well, but Milky's shot goes high. Milky not done here. This ball goes right back into their opponent's box, but how quickly it is countered 2-2 with almost a minute remaining. Shot off the crossbar again. The woodwork putting in a hole. A lot of effort in this game number 5.
Jose to Emilio for goal number 3. What a pass, what a play. Here from Elyria Catholic. Jose just bullies Alien Techno off of that and then drops it. The pre-jump from Emilio is spectacular. Oh, my. And then, I mean, if Griffins are want to win, they've got to beat plays like that. Elyria Catholic rising to the occasion.
Feels like Elyria Catholic are they've had enough. They've had enough, and they're going to pull out all the stops here for the final part of game number 5. They want that next round in the playoffs so badly. You can tell with every play that they're linking up with each other and how explosive they look on offense right now. They still have a convincing possession here, right past Do Not. Big save from Sly Knight, and this player has been huge on the defensive line, and they're keeping the Griffins in it.
Only down by 1. This is so doable. Do Not puts the ball in off the wall. Jose tries to get it out to Emilio. Emilio gets it past Sly. 30 seconds to go as the ball goes behind Alien, and Do Not misses it. Jose with the centering pass. Milky can't get to it. Emilio's going to take the shot, but LVS might have just fumbled their only chance to keep their hopes alive in this playoff bracket. A touch down to Alien Techno. 10 on the clock. Emilio reversing. Alien Techno to meet him in the corner. Emilio's going to get the touch out. Slide Knight meets him at mid. Ball's going to drop down. Slide out off the wall. Can't find it. Alien Techno here with 0 seconds. And this ball will fall. Emilio keeps it up. Elyria Catholic now in control in the 0 second mark. And they will spike it down, and send themselves on into round 2.
Ooh, Elyria Catholic put it all out on the line for themselves to finish out that game number 5, and that's exactly what they did. Melio the Gamer with a hat trick for that final one. And Bullskunk, I mean, it speaks again to the caliber of play that Melio put out during the series. I think it speaks even more that I just asked you for a guess. You know, if anyone hit that double tap, who was it? And you had it right on the nose.
I mean, our leading scorer of the day across all 3 series, Melio put up the most points, totaling 10 in 5 games. So, I mean, averaging 2 goals per game. And that's not accounting for assists. I mean, Jose had 7 goals on the day. I mean, Milky had a couple. So, Melio was the only one doing the scoring by any means. But an outrageous performance there from Melio today. And one of the big reasons we're going to see Elyria Catholic moving on.
Just wonderful. Truly stuff. Truly that stuff from Elyria Catholic. We'll see what they can do in the rest of the playoffs. I'm looking at the bracket right now. They're going to play, as Elyria is the 11 seed, they're going to play a 6 seed who got a bye week here in the playoffs. De Soto High School. You can expect them to play the Wildcats next, folks. That's going to be the next match here in the central region of HSEL. Really cool stuff to see how that is going to continue. Speaking of continuing, though, guys, the second stream for us at HSEL playoff action is happening at twitch.tv/Generation Esports, 8 p.m. Eastern, which is just coming up. That's going to be some Halo playoffs. So, Bullskunk, I think that's going to be some good action as we continue to see the best of esports in high school leagues.
Oh, and I'm so excited for it. Yeah, Halo, awesome. Sticking around in chat, grab some food and join y'all in chat to check some of that out. And then, Rocket League playoffs will continue. This will all culminate into a grand finals taking place on April 25th. So that is all regions will have their grand finals on that day. So this is all building up to that. And as you mentioned, across all titles, not just Rocket League, but all the titles offered here at HSEL. And indeed, the absolute best in high school esports. It has been amazing. It's been a great night. What a way to kick off our postseason. I've thoroughly enjoyed being in the booth with you. Big shout out to Sunderlad and Zolex behind the scenes doing their production work. Shout out to all of our teams and all of our players participating here today. Couldn't do without you. And thank you, friends at home, for hanging out, enjoying some playoff Rocket League action. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to bring it to you. And stick around. We'll see you on the other stream for some Halo action coming up directly.